You must know the following details: who you are seeing, what you need to bring, where you are going, and when you need to be there. A day or two before your interview is scheduled, call to confirm your meeting time and the rest of these details. Write down the name and telephone number of your interviewer. Go online to map directions to the company. Then, contact the employer's administrative or personnel department to confirm it. The last thing you want to worry about is getting lost on the way to the interview. Print several copies of your resume. You never know if the person who interviews you might want 1 or 2 extra to pass along to colleagues. You might get to interview with more than one person that day. Don't expect the interviewer to have a copy of your resume handy. That's up to you. Also, print out a full work history that includes company names, addresses, and dates of employment, and a list of work or school-related references too. It shows an employer right away that there are people ready to vouch for you. Providing contact information for 3 references is usually sufficient. Let's go back online for a minute. If you have a profile on a social or professional networking site, review it carefully from an employer's perspective. Better yet, change your settings so no one can view it except close friends. You don't want your potential employer to know anything about you or your life that you haven't personally decided they should know. Remember, you're trying to show an employer you're dependable and hardworking, not that you're popular, funny, or obsessed with fashion and video games. And you typically don't get a second chance to make a good first impression. In many ways, the interview begins before you even meet the hiring manager. However, many companies prefer to pre-screen job candidates to double-check their qualifications before bringing them to the office. Some companies do this by conducting a brief interview with candidates on the phone. If you are asked to do this, remember to be direct and clear with your answers. Try not to be too casual, but still convey your enthusiasm for the company and the job. Here's another tip. Use a landline phone for your pre-interview. Even if you have the best cell phone service in the world, your phone could still cut out during the interview. Why risk it? One advantage of the phone interview is that you can easily use notes to recall your talking points.
Activity 2. Draft some talking points for an interview. Use your self-inventory to get started. Pause the program and then press play when you're ready to continue.